Welcome to Go for Baroque, a musical showcase to benefit Kansas City Baroque Consortium. I'm Trilla Ray Carter, the founding director of KC Baroque. The piece that opened the program today was the grand Marche of the Turcs from Jean-Baptiste Lully's collaboration with Molière on the comedy ballet Le Bourgeois gentilhomme from 1670. This was performed on our most recent concert in August of 2021. We're so glad you've joined us for this showcase event. We have a marvelous program for you with performances by Kansas City professional musicians, colleagues near and far, community friends, as well as high school and college area musicians. All have donated their performances for this showcase for the benefit of Kansas City Baroque. You have the opportunity to support us today as well as you enjoy this wonderful showcase of musicians. Your donation will help us thrive as we can continue to offer our important educational outreach projects, free community concerts, collaborative projects, as well as our 3-concert summer series. We are unique in Kansas City, specializing in historically informed performances on period instruments. Every donation will be matched dollar for dollar during our showcase, so you can double your donation to KC Baroque today. You'll find a full list of performers and selections in this showcase on our website at kcbaroque.org. And while you're there, you're just a click away from supporting KC Baroque as part of your year-end giving. Donating through our website is safe, secure, and easy. If you haven't already, it's now time to pull up a chair, grab a snack, pour yourself something to drink, then sit back, relax, and enjoy this wonderful showcase we have prepared for you. In this next segment, high school senior Ethan McFarland is featured performing Menuet 1 and 2 from Bach's Solo Cello Suite in G major. Ethan's performance is followed by an original setting of Shakespeare's Sonnet No. 29 by George Moss on lute with Anne Biswell, soprano. Then some delightful Scottish tunes from our June concert. Please enjoy.
Hello, everyone. My name is Bill Bauer, and for the last decade, I have had the pleasure of being an associate of the Kansas City Baroque Consortium. During those 10 years, I've watched them move from a very expert group of modern players to a seasoned group of period instrument specialists. I am very proud to call every one of them my colleague. Won't you please support their continued growth with your gift? Thanks.
That was a performance from our June 2021 concert. We heard 3 old Scots tunes from a collection by Francesco Barsanti. Performers were Trevor Stewart, recorder, Monty Carter, violin, Rebecca Bell, harpsichord, and yours truly on cello. What a fun concert this was, featuring music of the British Isles. Your donation today in support of KC Baroque will be matched dollar for dollar up to $5,000 in contributions as a part of our year-end fundraising efforts. Go to kcbaroque.org and just hit the donate button to help us reach our goals for the upcoming year, offering fantastic gems from the Baroque repertoire. Are you curious about the term Baroque? We have a bit of trivia for you today. This term is derived from the Portuguese barroco, or misshapen pearl. The term Baroque has been widely used since the 19th century to describe this period in Western European art music from about 1600 to 1750. Now, next on our showcase, our good friend, music lover, and devoted supporter, Eileen Chase, will share a couple of tunes on her mountain dulcimer. But first we'll hear from violinist Eric Williams, a longtime KCBC member and supporter from day one. He is a board member, has served as president, and with interests and work experience as a musician, teacher, lawyer, and grant writer, he's a true Renaissance man, and might I add, with a strong leaning toward the Baroque. Today he's going to tell us about the German violinist and composer Johann Georg Pisendel and play 2 movements from his violin sonata in A minor. Please enjoy.
Hi, I'm Eric Williams, a violinist with KC Baroque, and I wanted to share with you today that there's a common thread connecting some of the biggest names in Baroque music. You know, Johann Sebastian Bach, Georg Philipp Telemann, and Antonio Vivaldi. Now, I'm not talking figured bass or anything like that. No, the connection is Johann Georg Pisendel, a violinist and composer with ties to Bach, Telemann, and Vivaldi, as well as a raft of other eminent Baroque musicians, including Giuseppe Torelli, Jan Dismas Zelenka, Silvius Leopold Weiss, Franz Benda, Johann Gottlieb Graum, and Johann David Heineschen, among many, many others. Well, Vivaldi, Telemann, and Tommaso Albinoni all dedicated violin concerti to Pisendel. Now, all of this name-dropping is just to show that he was a very well-known and respected composer in his era, violinist and composer, and he's definitely worthy of greater renown today. Pisendel was born in 1687 in Cadolzburg, where his father was cantor at the Lutheran Church. Cadolzburg is a village dating from the medieval era, located near Nuremberg, and Pisendel's house is still standing. So to get a sense of the location, Munich is to the south, Prague to the east, Leipzig and Dresden to the north, and Heidelberg to the west. Because his father was in the music business, it's no surprise that Pisendel joined the nearby Ansbach Court Chapel as a chorister when he was 10 years old. When his voice changed, he joined the Ansbach Court Orchestra as a violinist, studying with Giuseppe Torelli. At the ripe old age of 21, he left Ansbach, heading for Leipzig to continue his studies there. Along the way, he stopped in Weimar and met the 24-year-old Johann Sebastian Bach. Eminent Bach scholar Christoph Wolff suggests that the two possibly took the opportunity to play some music together. They may have performed Telemann's Concerto in G major for 2 violins. They certainly struck up a friendship. Pisendel headed on to Leipzig and quickly became a fixture on the music scene. It was there that he met Telemann, and the two became lifelong friends, corresponding for more than 40 years. Pisendel played in the Collegium Musicum that Telemann had founded in 1701, and even served as a substitute director for the ensemble. This is the same Collegium that Bach later directed and which played at Zimmermann's Coffee House. In 1712, Pisendel joined the Dresden Hofkapelle as a violinist, where he played for 43 years until he died in 1755. His early years with the Dresden Hofkapelle were spent accompanying the Crown Prince on the grand tour of Europe. Nice work if you can get it. They visited France in 1714, went to Berlin in 1715, and had an extended stay in Venice in 1716 and 1717. It was during his time in Venice that Pisendel met Antonio Vivaldi. It was surely a happy friendship. Vivaldi went so far as to dedicate a violin concerto to Pisendel and gave him the autographed manuscripts of 3 sonatas and 6 concerti. Upon arriving back in Dresden, Pisendel buckled down to business and was eventually named concertmaster of the Dresden Hofkapelle, and taking on those responsibilities was a heavy duty. Indeed, with all of that work with the orchestra in Dresden, it limited the time he had for composition, meaning that there are relatively few pieces surviving today that are reliably attributed to Pisendel. The time spent with Vivaldi in Venice was an inflection point for Pisendel. It definitely colored his sonata in A minor for unaccompanied violin. Although the autographed manuscript seems to date between 1720 and 1730, and it is one of only 2 manuscripts we have signed by Pisendel, there's some evidence that the sonata was composed immediately following his Venice tour. And there's also some indication that Pisendel showed the sonata to Johann Sebastian Bach, thus forming part of the inspiration for Bach's unaccompanied sonatas and partitas dating from 1720. Just imagine if Bach and Pisendel had never met. Pisendel's unaccompanied sonata is an absolutely delectable piece. The opening movement is an improvisatory fantasia, brooding, tender, declamatory, introspective. It runs the gamut in just 21 measures. The allegro that follows is more lyrical and even playful at times. Pisendel's manuscripts survived 2 Dresden bombardments, one in 1760 and the other in 1945. We're fortunate that his musical legacy can be part of our soundscape today.
Hi, this is David Hayes. The pandemic has affected all of us, and music has become more important than ever during this time. The Kansas City Baroque Consortium is one of the most unique voices in our region. Please do what you can to ensure that this voice continues to be heard.
This is Eileen Chase playing the mountain dulcimer on the famous Baroque piece King George's Marche by Jeremiah Clark. This is Eileen Chase playing the mountain dulcimer, a song called Silent Worship. The melody was from an Italian opera by George Frederick Handel.
We just heard Eileen Chase perform on her mountain dulcimer, an instrument that has continued to be utilized through the years since it was first heard in the 1700s. One of our most important initiatives here at KC Baroque is supporting our local music programs. Our visits to area schools are carefully planned to support the work they are doing as they gain skills and prepare for performances. We have loved our work with Harmony Project KC. It's a music program that serves the communities of Northeast Kansas City. We also seek innovative approaches to partnering with schools. For instance, during the pandemic, we paired with the Shawnee Mission School District to offer a virtual field trip. This was for their orchestra students and included a virtual trip to see the remarkable architecture of Country Club Christian Church. We paired this visit with a performance of music by Corelli, offering a unique opportunity for the students to take in the beautiful Baroque ornamentation of Corelli's writing and draw comparisons with the neo-Gothic architecture and ornamentation in the sanctuary of the church. Including KC Baroque in your year-end giving ensures that we can continue to support our local music programs. Go to kcbaroque.org to donate now, and remember, your donation will be matched dollar for dollar up to $5,000 during our showcase events. Here's a two-part trivia question for you. Right up there on the Baroque popularity chart, next to Bach, Handel, and Vivaldi, one classical piece has reached pop star status thanks to a 1980 movie. The piece is, that's right, Pachelbel's Canon in D. But what was the movie? I'll give you a few hints. It starred Donald Sutherland, Mary Tyler Moore, Judd Hirsch, and Timothy Hutton in his film debut. It was also the directorial debut for Robert Redford. Is it too easy a question? Ordinary People. Part 2 of our trivia question is, how many other pieces did Pachelbel write? What would you guess? 100, 300, 500, 700? More than 500. I strongly recommend you check out Something New by Pachelbel. You'll find preludes, fugues, chaconnes, toccatas, fantasias, partitas, motets, masses, cantatas, and maybe a canon or two. In this next segment coming up, we feature high school violinist Megan Cunningham with her teacher, Monty Carter, performing Handel's Affettuoso from the Violin Sonata No. 13. We'll also bring you a charming dance by Moran Murray, performed by KCBC member Nell French with Maya Vasudeva Murthy. Please enjoy.
My name is Michael McGrath, and I would like to say a word about the Kansas City Baroque Consortium. To be able to hear live music played by accomplished musicians is a wonderful thing. And here in Kansas City, we are so fortunate to have the Kansas City Baroque Consortium, an ensemble of purely gifted musicians who are playing instruments from the Baroque period. And what a wonderful joy to attend their concerts. I have been listening to Baroque music for over 30 years, and I want to tell you, they are great. And they are just as great as any of those other consortiums in the United States and in Europe. So I really hope you will support them and attend their concerts. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Baroque violist Nell French. When KC Baroque performed Molière's Versailles in collaboration with KC Molière, this concert was so well liked by our friends and patrons that we thought we'd bring you some ancient French dance music from that same time period. Pianist Maya Vasudevamurthy joins me today on digital harpsichord, fresh from my home studio, for Murray's La Matelote. Thank you!
Thank you, Nell and Maya, for sharing this charming dance by the early French Baroque composer Morin. Our program is brought to you by the generous offering of the musical talents of KC area musicians to benefit KC Baroque. What a wealth of talent there is here. You'll find a complete listing of all of our performers and selections for both of our showcases on our website. And while you're there, you're just a click away from supporting KC Baroque as part of your year-end giving. Donating through our website is safe, secure, and easy. Go to kcbaroque.org. If you've already given, we thank you. We are so grateful for your support. Now, did you miss our first showcase? Well, we have good news. We will be posting both of our showcases on our YouTube channel for you. You can enjoy them whenever you wish through the end of the year. Share the link with friends and family and invite them to also support KC Baroque. You might recognize this next performer playing 3 movements of Bach's suite for solo cello in G major. I suspect you've seen enough of me already, so this audio recording has been paired with some of my favorite photographs I've collected from friends and acquaintances. We've posted a list of contributing photographers on our web page. I hope you'll enjoy.
I'm Eric Williams, a violinist with Kansas City Baroque and a member of the board. Thank you for joining us today as we go for Baroque. Your generous support is so important in making it possible to share the wonders of Baroque music with our community. Familiar favorites, rare treasures, and new music for historical instruments. You'll find it all at Kansas City Baroque. If you've already made a gift, thank you. If life has been so busy that you just haven't gotten around to it, this is your chance. Go to kcbaroque.org to donate quickly and securely. Thank you.
We've just heard Cara Peters and Spencer Fleury performing the third movement, Allegro, from Bach's Flute Sonata in E-flat major. Spencer is a senior at College of the Ozarks and just this past weekend presented his senior recital. Music for flute provides a nice segue and a clue to our next trivia question. Carl Philipp Emanuel Bach, yes, one of J.S. Bach's sons, was a court musician to A. Frederick the Great, B. Augustus the Strong, C. George of the Jungle, and D. Philip the Handsome. I do not take credit for these questions. The answer is Frederick the Great, who was an accomplished flutist. Coming up next, our good friends, members of Twelfth Night, offer two delightful dance tunes, The Red House and Easter Tuesday. We'll also hear harpsichordist Nicholas Good, who has been performing with us since our early days. He offers three movements from the Froberger Suite in G minor. But first we'll hear violinist Rob Patterson, a member of Kansas City Baroque, performing Telemann's Fantasie No. 9 in B minor for unaccompanied violin. Please enjoy.
Hi, my name is Rob Patterson. I've been a violinist with the Kansas City Baroque Consortium since 2009. Ever since I was little, I had a particular love for Baroque music, and the idea that I get to play it now on an instrument from the time period, honestly, it's just a dream come true. The piece I'm going to perform for you right now is by Telemann, and it's his Fantasia No. 9.
from Wales, published in 1722. This is Eileen Chase, Karen Hendricks, and Michael McGrath playing a song called Easter Tuesday, an English country dance published by John Playford in 1695.
Thank you.